Whew. Okay. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a while since I've uploaded a video. I've had a lot of stuff going on. It's just been really hard because I needed a different kind of editing software, all this stuff. You guys don't even need to know about it. But anyway, I wanted to do my first like sit down talk kind of video with you guys today because I've kind of been waiting for this, and I think that everybody knows pretty much based off of the title of this video what it's going to be about. And I'm sure everybody's known about the Jordyn Woods cheating scandal with Tristan Thompson and Khloe Kardashian and all that stuff. So I'm actually a follower of the Kardashians, and I watch their show like pretty faithfully. I keep up with them. Like I like them all, and so I'm pretty much up to date with everything that's been going on, and with this whole thing with Jordyn Woods messing around with Tristan and stuff like that, and the Kardashians finding out and practically like disowning Jordyn because of them finding out that she had like this little fling with him or whatever the case was. So if you guys haven't heard, Jordyn has finally broken her silence on her side of the story, and she went on Jada Pickett-Smith's Facebook show, Red Table Talk, and she had a conversation and she finally told her side of the story. And I'm pretty much, all I'm gonna do right now is just in this video is just talk about like how I feel about what Jordyn said. And pretty much Jordyn said that they did not sleep together. There was no lap dance. Like the media was just really milking this situation. They were talking about lap dancing, making out, getting invited to the room, people taking cell phones, like all that stuff like that you would, you know, expect the media to say. And so Jordyn pretty much said that none of that stuff really happened. She was really drunk. She went out with her friends and they went back to this house, and they told her that it was Tristan's house. She said, you know what, that's fine, whatever. I'd rather it be Tristan's house than some random stranger. And she took accountability for the fact that she just never should have went at all. She never should have put herself in that situation, which, you know, yes, she did the right thing. She is owning up to her mistakes. Like, she shouldn't have been there at all. Like, you know that Khloe and Tristan are a rocky relationship right now. They're not really on the best of terms, so why would you go over there at all? Like, whether you're drunk or not, that's like a red flag. If I were involved with any of the Kardashians and somebody mentioned Tristan Thompson, I'm like, no. Like, after you see all the stuff that he's put Khloe through, you would be like, I want absolutely nothing to do with them. Like, I don't want to go to his house. I don't want to go to his party. I don't want anything to do with him. Like, I don't care if he never did anything to me, but it's just a matter of having respect for that person that took you in and has, you know, almost raised you like a sister. So Jordyn did take accountability for that. She said that she wants to own up for her mistakes, and you know, you can't do anything but respect that, because she could have not said anything and just continued to let the media say what they want to say, and they're pretty much still going to do whatever they want to do. It's the internet. Social media these days is ruthless. So anyway, so Jordyn was just saying that she never slept with him, and she did stay there till 7 in the morning or whatever the time was, early in the morning. And when she was leaving, Tristan kissed her. Like, it wasn't a make out, it wasn't like a peck on the cheek. She said that she was just shocked. Like, she didn't know how to feel, so she just left. The next morning, she talked to Khloe and she talked to Kylie, and she told them the situation, but she left out the fact, like the details, like the kiss and the, you know, stuff like that. Like, she was pretty much saying like nothing happened, nothing crazy, like Tristan wasn't all up on these girls and all that stuff, which technically was kind of a bit of a lie. So she said she's owning up to the fact that she lied. Like, she withheld some stuff, which, like with the Kardashians, they're gonna find out whether you're being honest or not, regardless of who you are. They're an army. Jordyn ended up telling them what really happened, and that's when kind of all hell broke loose, and they were like, you know what, you lied. You had the opportunity to come and just tell us like point blank what happened, and you chose not to. So she wasn't holding back in the Red Table Talk, she said that she wasn't holding back the information for malicious intent. She was just holding it back because she felt like there was already so much turmoil happening with Khloe and Tristan that she didn't want to add more fuel to the fire, especially when it wasn't anything like, oh, we slept together, oh, we made out. Like, it was just a harmless kiss. So she just didn't want to make any more trouble, and she admitted that she made a mistake there because she just should have been honest from the jump, which she should have. She definitely should have just been like, hey, listen, like, I messed up. Like, he kissed me. Now, the one thing that I do think that Jordyn said that I don't agree with is the fact that she doesn't think it's Tristan's fault with the kiss because they were drunk and because she was there till 7 a.m. and she might have sent mixed signals. And Tristan already knows that him and Khloe are on a rocky terms. Like, he already knows all the mistakes that he's made. He's still doing all of that stuff. Like, he does not care. He is an NBA basketball player who can get all these girls whenever he wants, so it is his fault. He never should have kissed you, period. Well, kissed Jordyn. He never should have kissed her at all. He just wanted to do it to see if he could shoot a shot. And luckily, based on Jordyn's story, she didn't let it go any further than that. So I guess she did that right, I guess. But still, I'm putting blame on Tristan Thompson because he initiated the kiss. Jordyn was never gonna kiss him if he wouldn't have kissed her. Nothing would have happened if he wouldn't have kissed her. She just would have walked out his house. They would have went on about their lives. But he was the one that kissed her, so he is to blame. Now, when it comes to her telling the truth about what really happened, then that's another story. But one thing that Jordyn did say that I have sympathy for is all this aftermath. Like, after this whole thing blew up in the media and people found out about it, all the lies that the social media was making, and they were milking the situation, they were saying all this stuff. Like I said, the social media is ruthless. Like, the internet, they don't have like regards for people's feelings or emotions. Like, they're gonna tell you whatever. They'll type whatever they want behind their phones because they know, like, yeah, I'm never gonna see this person, they're never gonna see me, so I'm saying whatever I want to say. Some of the stuff that people would say to her, like that she was pointing out in the talk show, was people were wishing her death. People were saying that her father deserved to die, and all this really cruel stuff. And it's like, that's really messed up. I mean, no matter how much a person makes mistakes and how much they mess up with stuff in their life, like, we're human, we're gonna make mistakes, we're gonna, like, especially when we're under the influence of anything, whether it's alcohol, drugs, etc. Now, I'm not saying that I'm justifying what Jordyn did with her lying about it, but what I am saying is that people make mistakes. Now, it's a matter of if the person wants to take accountability and take responsibility for what they did and, like, come forward and say something, which Jordyn did. And one of the main reasons why she did so was because the internet was continuously attacking her, like, really coming at her, like, not even just her, they were coming at her family and saying all this stuff about her family, and her sister, who's 12 years old, couldn't even go to school, like, her brother couldn't go to work, her mom couldn't even go to the grocery store to grocery shop. Like, that's bad. Like, it's at a point where you don't even feel safe, and I think that's really messed up because it should never come to that. Like, if the internet's gonna say whatever they want to say, fine, whatever, like, it's the internet, you can't stop it. But when it comes to a matter of a person's safety, I feel like What if you were that person? Like, put yourself in those shoes for a second. Like, you made a mistake. You messed up. It happens to the best of us. Everybody makes mistakes. There's not one person that's perfect out here. Even though Jordyn has been with this family for over a decade and they took her in and all this stuff, yeah, everything was great, but it doesn't mean that you're not gonna make mistakes. You're still gonna make a mistake. There's no perfect person out there. And that person does not deserve to be attacked so ruthlessly like that. Like, they deserve the chance to, you know, be ridiculed or whatever, and people can say whatever, like, you're not a good friend or whatever. But when it comes to attacking a person, to say, like, you deserve to die and you never should have been a part of the Kardashian and all this other stuff, you're doing this for publicity and, like, and all this other stuff like that, that's uncalled for. Like, what is the point of saying all that stuff to a person? Like, why even say it? What are you gaining from saying that? And that's just, like, not even just for Jordyn's situation, but for anybody, any celebrity, any person out there that goes through anything that is brought to light, like whether it's a sex tape or anything like that. You don't deserve that kind of, like, hatred from people, regardless of what the situation is. People are so quick to attack other people that they don't even think about how that person is gonna feel at the end of the day. People die. People commit suicide from this kind of stuff. People are over here talking about the Momo challenge or whatever, and it's like, I don't know if anybody else has heard about it, but it's like this weird looking creature that pops up in videos convincing kids to hurt themselves. People are so quick to shut this kind of stuff down and talk about that kind of stuff. It's the same thing. Like, you're over here being hypocritical. You're over here saying all this nasty stuff to people. You don't know how that person's gonna take that information. They could easily hurt themselves. And then you might want to be like, well, it's not my fault that they took what I said like that and killed themselves. Yeah, it is. A little bit. Just a little bit. Because maybe if you tried to provide compassion or sympathy or, like, some kind of advice rather than just hatred and being ridiculed and negativity, maybe that person would do better. Maybe that person will feel better. Maybe a solution will come out of it. Like, by adding more fuel to the fire, you're not solving anything. I think that's what people don't understand these days. People are just so quick to bully people over the internet and just say whatever they want to say that they don't even think, what if I were that person? What if the shoe was on the other foot? Would I want to be treated like that? Just because I made a mistake? Just because I'm human? No. You don't deserve that. Nobody deserves that. I've made mistakes. I've had people say some mean things, and I'm like, why? I'm sure you've probably done the same thing that I've done. No, it's not right. It's never going to be right. No matter who the person is, no matter what the situation is, it's not right at all. So, I feel for Jordyn. I give nothing, like, after hearing, I haven't said anything to anybody about how I feel about this whole situation. I've been waiting for Jordyn to come out and say her side, and after hearing it, maybe she's withholding some stuff, but who knows? Nobody knows. You can just go based off of what the person says, and since it's actually coming from her mouth, you're more likely to believe what she says rather than these social media outlets. So, hearing what she had to say about it and her side of the story, I feel for her. I feel for her family, because whether you make a mistake or not, your family and your loved ones, they have nothing to do with that. They have no part. They were not involved. They have nothing from that at all. Like, they don't deserve any of the backlash that comes from one of your mistakes. Like, it's not fair to them. It's not fair to her, because she has to come out and tell her side of the story, and that was her main reason for coming out. She was tired of her family being attacked, and I don't blame her. I don't blame her at all. So, with that being said, I sympathize with Jordyn. I think the steps that Jordyn is taking right now are the right steps. She's doing she wasn't doing this stuff for malicious intent, and like that's pretty much it. You can't really get mad at her. You can't really say anything bad, because what more can she do? Hide? No. She took accountability. She said her piece. And that's all you can do. Regardless of who you are, whether you're a celebrity or a normal person, like if you own up to your mistakes, you're more like Jada Pickett-Smith said a great thing. I would rather take the consequences of telling the truth than take the consequences of telling the lie and then having to go through the whole rehabilitation process of telling the truth, because there's just so much extra pain when you lie. Like there's so much extra pain when you don't speak the truth, period. Like just get the truth out there, and after that it's just a matter of, do you feel good afterwards? Because who cares what all these other people think, you know? It's all about you and how you are gonna get through the situation that you go through. That's all I wanted to say. I've been wanting to do like a sit-down talk, and I thought this was a good topic to finally sit down and talk to you guys about, because not even just because it's Jordyn Woods and the Kardashians, but it's because this was a perfect example of how people make mistakes and they get attacked left and right and all 360 degrees from everybody when people don't even know the story. Like people were so quick to saying all this stuff and being so judgmental without even hearing what she had to say. That's not fair. So I wanted to come on here and tell people that just because somebody makes a mistake does not mean they are a terrible person and they deserve to die. Or it's not an excuse to go and attack their family. It's not you have no right to say that stuff to a person that has nothing to do with the situation. It's just this world has become so negative and just full of hate that if I have the chance to just put in a little bit of like positivity and compassion and sympathy in the world, I'm gonna take advantage of that. And if I get backlash for it, then so be it. But I'm on both sides. Like I'm Switzerland. Like I can see from both sides. I understand Chloe's feelings and I understand Jordyn's feelings. I feel for both of them, and I hope that, you know, this dies down just like any other story. But most of all, I hope that there's some kind of like reconciliation between them, because I know how much Jordyn loves that family, and I know how much they love Jordyn too. Like they wouldn't have kept her around for so long if they didn't. So it just takes time. The healing process takes time. It's not going to be overnight. It could, like, you never know how long it takes. With that being said, I just wanted to come on here, give my thoughts, and hopefully, based on what I said, it just adds a little bit of positivity into the world and shed some positivity on this situation, because I'm tired of seeing all the negativity. Now I'm done talking about it. But if you liked this video, if you agree with the majority of the stuff that I said, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments how you guys feel about the situation. Have your opinions changed? Have they remained the same? Like, let me know. We can debate about it, have a discussion. Like, I'm not gonna judge anybody or get mad at anybody, but let me know. And if you're not a subscriber, go ahead and hit the red subscribe button down below and become a part of my life. And I will be starting to post more videos. I'm probably going to be posting I'm really waiting for the perfect time to start my prank video, but other than that, I hope you guys like this video, and